Hey guys, it's Jill. Welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, welcome. So today's video is just going to be me chit-chatting. I know I should have gotten ready for you guys, but most of us are like girls here. We're friends. You know, I don't think that you guys really... I didn't have to get dolled up for you guys, even though I should have. But I have been in such a funk the past couple of weeks. Do you guys get like this in January? Where January hits and you just hit this wall of depression, because that is where I am at right now. But I wanted to just kind of chit chat with you guys, talk about, do I regret moving to Charlotte? I have now been in Charlotte for almost 6 months, which I think is absolutely insane. In a couple of weeks, it will be 6 months. And I'm gonna be honest, first of all, apartment living is way different than I thought it was gonna be. I have now lived in an apartment, a house, and a townhome. And I think, you know, because eventually I'm gonna wanna buy. I'm wondering if a townhome is more where it's at, because there's no yard maintenance and it's just a lot more low maintenance taken care of, you know what I mean? I don't necessarily regret living or moving to Charlotte, but I definitely had a different vision on where I would be almost 6 months here in Charlotte. Yeah, I don't know. I definitely want to go back and do some dancing and get into some dance classes. I definitely had envisioned that apartment living was going to be a lot different. Like, I thought it was going to be so easy to meet people, and I have met people on the apartment complex, but I literally have not seen anyone. Like, I mostly met everyone that I know here at the dog park. And Bella, oh my gosh, she is on another level. She is not made for apartment living, in the fact that she barks at everyone and she's so freaking aggressive. And she has been a challenge. I also honestly really miss having, which I knew I was gonna miss having, a separate area to film. But other than that, I love my kitchen. I love my living room. My couch isn't exactly family friendly. So that was, you know, it's like one of those things where it's like mistakes were made, lessons were learned. But overall, I 100% do not regret making this move. And I think once I get into the spring and the warmer weather and I can really start, y'all, we have like snow again. It's supposed to snow again. Snow will begin around 6:42, continuing over the next few hours. I feel like we'll be able to like get out more, go to more parks, do those kind of things. But like right now, it's so freaking cold. And I don't know, like I'll go places and I just don't meet people. I don't know. I mean, I don't really go anywhere, I guess, that I would meet people. I have done a couple of meetups, and even in the meetups, I didn't meet anyone. Like, there was this one meetup that I went to that I didn't even, or there was like 2 or 3 meetups that I went to that I didn't even connect with the people that were at the meetup. I was like looking for people and looking for like all of that stuff. Thank you. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Jesus. Y'all, Lord, just answer my prayer. Oh my gosh. Okay. I feel better. I feel so much better. Oh, thank you, Jesus. Okay. So, where were we? Yeah, I think it's going to be a lot better, but oh my gosh, meeting people in your 40s, I know it works for me, and I know that me going to dance classes is like, it's just where it's at. It's where my personality comes out the most. I really, anywhere, like if I go anywhere where I love what I'm doing. So like if I'm in Sephora, I will talk to anyone and everyone, because that's like, I feel at home there, you know. But COVID has also really put a damper on that, because the masks, and it's just so impersonable. I don't know. But yeah, I still haven't made like really close connections with people. I'm still kind of building on those relationships. I have found a church home. I go to Elevation. Pastor Steven is freaking amazing, and I was really hesitant to do a big church like that. I still have yet to see him preach in person because I hear that you have to wait a really long time to get in, to be in the service and all this kind of stuff. So I went to another campus and I was really weirded out by the fact that you are sitting with a screen, which was really weird. But and I fought against that too. I was like, this isn't the church for me. I'm gonna find another church, this and that, this and that. I'm not gonna be able to make connections. And then I'm like, you know what? I need to go to the campus that he preaches at, see him in person, and I also need to start volunteering. That's another way for me to meet people, which that's something I have been doing. I've been volunteering. It's not a soup kitchen, but it's kind of like a soup kitchen-esque kind of thing. I have been volunteering and I've met a few people. I started out doing once a week and then December hit and I wasn't able to volunteer at all because I was working like all the time. And then January hit and I volunteered one day. And you know what I noticed? Do you know what I noticed? I pick the roles where you have to be isolated and you don't talk to people for the whole entire time. I thought about that the other day and I'm like, Jill, you really need to pick these roles, or you need to try these roles, because like naturally I just gravitated towards these other roles and I'm like, why have I not really met anyone? Why have I not really talked to anyone? And I'm like, because you're secluded. So maybe I'll pick up a shift or two in the coming weeks. And if I do, I told myself, because it was the realization that happened a couple of days. And I was talking to my friend about needing connection with people and being alone a lot. And she was like, you know, let's think of ways we can get you out of the house. And so we started thinking of ways, and yeah, that's what I came to the conclusion. Hold on one second, I need to get some chapstick. Okay, next order of business is the fact that, y'all, I'm thinking about getting a job. I'm thinking about getting a full-time or a part-time job doing some marketing, which is something I never thought that I would ever go after, but I just spent like 3 hours. I actually last year also applied for several jobs and I had a lot of interviews, but I didn't get, I did get a position. I was offered a position and then she ghosted me. So yeah, I don't know why she ghosted me, but she did. Then I had a position for marketing, which would have been perfect for me, but I failed that interview, y'all. I failed it so hardcore. Do y'all know what I said? And it was perfect too. It was a 6-month contract position. It was part-time, so it wasn't anything. It was good money for, especially for part-time. Y'all know what I said? I started talking about my schedule and how I can't be in before the stuff you don't talk about. And then I talked about how my kids were out because my daughter had a sore throat, and I was like, yeah, she had to be out for a week. So if they're ever out, then I'm gonna have to be home. Oh my God. You don't say stuff like that in an interview. What was I doing? What was I doing? So obviously I knew as soon as those things started coming out of my mouth, I was like, Jill, you ruined any chance that you ever had at getting this job. And then there was another job that was editing for some kind of creator. I was never told who the creator was, but it was a YouTube creator that I was going to be doing editing and set design and all of these kind of things, kind of like what I do for me, but that paid really well too, but that was insane hours and it was quite a trek. It was like 45-minute drive. I don't think I wouldn't have wanted to do that, but those are the interviews that I went on. I applied for like other positions too. But yeah, like that's been my experience so far. And then I kind of was like, no, I'm gonna keep with my own thing and keep going. But every month, every single month, it's getting harder and harder to just just financially, and to keep up with this channel and to do the things that I want to do on this channel and to raise 2 kids. I thought about going and getting a part-time job, which that's still not off the table, but I don't know. I'm going to try my hand at like marketing, content creation, social media management, social media marketing, those kind of positions. And I just ask that you pray for me and for discernment, and that I follow where God has me going. For a really long time, especially this month, and this is another reason why I've been in such a funk, is the fact that I was so hesitant. I was like resentful at my ex because I'm like, if he would just pay, then I wouldn't have to deal with this. And then if I could just figure out what I need to do on my YouTube channel and figure out what's going on and what I need to do that I'm not doing that I should be doing, if I had more money for try-ons, if I had more of this, if brands would pay more. That's another thing. Brands, like because I've said so many times, my channel is like basically like my payment each month. I live off of sponsorships. Most of us do. And it's been crazy. Like I said, I did a sponsorship and they just bailed. I mean, they sent me the clothes and everything. And they just bailed. They just bailed. And I'm just like, what the? It's just been really difficult. And I kind of am in this situation. And I had told myself, you know, when I moved here, or when I was thinking about moving, that, you know, it's more expensive. This apartment is actually more per month than it was for me to live in that 4-bedroom house. I know. But I'm also in a city. I'm in a bigger city. It costs more to live here than it did where I came from. So, yeah, it's just, oh my gosh, like there's so much piling up, and then we're doing so much more. So basically, I'm definitely looking for work, and I'm just kind of looking and trying to go where God has me. I definitely feel in my heart that this is what I'm supposed to be doing, but then I also realize that this isn't always the best for my mental health. And it's not just this, it's the fact that I'm alone all the time. And I feel until I have enough money to hire someone and like hire them full time with an actual livable wage, then I feel like I need to go out and get a job. And it also gets me out. I'm really looking like that would be awesome if I can get a job downtown, because y'all know I love to be downtown, and downtown is not very far from me. So yeah, that would give me a reason to go downtown every single day and to see that beautiful view. So yeah, just pray and wish me luck, and let's hope. I'll definitely keep you guys updated. I was unsure of whether I wanted to share or not, but you know, I share a lot with you guys. I literally share my life with you guys. I used to do these videos all the time where I would talk about so much stuff, and I would cry, and I would just be like, oh my gosh, my life is over. And I think about how much I've grown, and I think the biggest thing that's bothering me right now is I feel really lost and really just pulled in so many different directions. But yeah, that is kind of my video, what I wanted to talk about. I definitely want to do a full in-depth, do I regret moving to Charlotte, and the cons, the pros and the cons of moving from where I was in a smaller city to a bigger city, because there's definitely some pros and cons, and I've definitely kind of gotten to know the area a little bit in the 6 months that I've been here, but I'm gonna wait till I'm actually here for the 6 full months. So yeah, I will definitely keep you guys updated on the job hunt. I'm still really hesitant. I'm kind of like, I had to go through like this like a couple of weeks of like massive resentment, and like, I don't want to do this because my life is going to completely change. It's going to completely change. And I'm thinking right now it's going to be for the worst. Like, oh my gosh, I'm thinking like all these like worst case scenarios, and I'm like, Jill, what if it's for the best? What if you meet your next best friend there? What if you meet your next best friends there? What if you meet your future husband there? What if this job is exactly what you need for your own YouTube channel? Or maybe YouTube, what if YouTube isn't the thing that you want? like you think you want it, but it's really not what you want. And maybe this job that you're gonna go for and get is going to get you to the place that you want to be financially, success-wise, all of that stuff. And it encompasses all the things that you love all in one. You never know. Or it could propel me to, you know, grow this channel and do what I really want to do. Stuff that costs money, like makeup reviews and like try-ons. All that stuff costs money, y'all. So yeah, that's another reason why it had to big time slow way down when I was moving, because this move was not cheap at all. So yeah, anyways, that's everything I wanted to talk about. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. I was gonna have a different video up. I actually wasn't gonna do a video at all, and then I was like, let me just sit down and talk and chit chat. It's been a minute since I've done a video like this where it's super casual and we're just talking and chit chatting. I used to do these all the time in that town, the very first townhome that I moved into with the kids after I left my ex-husband. I used to do these all the time. Do y'all remember? Leave the pink heart emoji down in the comments if you remember those videos. But yeah, me and my kids are gonna go have a movie night. We're gonna go enjoy some food. And I love you guys. I hope that you're having an amazing day, and I will see you on Tuesday, I think with a try on. I'm not really sure what though. We'll see. All right, bye guys.